We're going to take a look at some other keyboard commands that are default on macOS that you may want to disable because they'll make your life a little less annoying. Now, these aren't as important as the ones I showed you in the first tutorial, link in the description below if you've not seen that one yet, but they're still somewhat annoying. Like if you hit Control up,
Mission control, 2 items, spaces bar, group, spaces, finder,
or Control down,
mission control and app expose, group, content, finder,
accidentally, it brings up those mission control things. And so I like to go ahead and disable those, and I'll show you a couple other things. So we're going to do this in the same place we did this before, in system preferences and keyboard settings. And I'll show you a different way to get to system settings this time. If you hit VOD to go to the dock,
finder, open, 1 of 28.
And I can just start typing what I want. So system settings is what I'm looking for. So if I hit SY,
system settings, 21 of 28.
It will take me right to system settings, and I can press VO-Shift-M as in a menu, VO-Shift-M, to bring up the context menu.
Menu, 46 items.
And if I hit K for keyboard,
keyboard,
it takes me right to keyboard, and I'll just hit return.
Keyboard, finder, desk, system settings. Keyboard 85% keyboard, window.
And that puts me right in the keyboard system settings. So
keyboard.
If I hit VO end,
keyboard 85%, scroll area.
That puts me right on the scroll area. I'm going to interact with this and then navigate to the keyboard shortcut button and VO space on it. So interact with the scroll area.
In, keyboard 85%, 60%, press globe symbol with do nothing, press keyboard navigation on, use keyboard navigation to move for keyboard shortcuts, button.
And that's what we're looking for, keyboard shortcut button. So I'm going to VO space on this.
In dialog.
And now I just want to VO left, make sure I'm on the
sidebar, table, row 1 of 13, launchpad and dock shortcuts button, selected.
Sidebar table, and I'm going to down arrow.
Display shortcuts button, mission control shortcuts button.
Because that's the one I want, mission control. So now I have that selected. I'm going to VO right.
Vertical splitter. To change the shortcut, double click the key combination and then type the new keys.
So you see it says to change the shortcut, double press the key combination and type the new key. So we're going to VO right past this.
Table, no selection.
And interact with this table.
In table, row 1 of 8, mission control, checkbox, control up arrow button, selected, mission control, checkbox, control up arrow button.
But all we want to do are disable some of these. So if I uncheck, because they see that one said mission control, control up arrow, so I just uncheck that.
Show notification center, uncheck checkbox, none, turn do not disturb on / off, checkbox, none button.
And that one says none, so there's no control, no key command to turn do not disturb on and off. So we'll come back to this one in a second.
Application windows, checkbox, control down arrow button.
Application windows, I'm going to uncheck this one.
Uncheck. Show desktop, checkbox, F11 button.
Show desktop, F11, I'm going to uncheck that one.
Uncheck.
As well. As VoiceOver users, we can always press VO Shift D to go to the desktop, so we don't necessarily need that key command. And it frees up F11 for something else if we want to map it to something else or using some utility like Keyboard Meister macros or something that might want to use F11. All right, so let's up arrow here.
Application windows, uncheck, turn do not disturb on / off, checkbox, none, show notification center, uncheck checkbox, none button.
By the way, notification center, you don't need to assign anything to this. Once again, there's a VoiceOver command via O will take you to notification center. All right, so let's go to do not disturb.
Turn do not disturb on / off, checkbox, none button.
And if we interact with this,
turn do not disturb on none button.
Go over where it says none. I'm just going to double click VO Shift Space twice quickly.
Button.
And press what I want.
Application windows, uncheck check, turn do not disturb on / off, checkbox, control option shift command / button.
So you see I have that set to control option command shift /. I just wanted a random massive key combination I can hit easily with both hands on the keyboard, but that shouldn't interfere with, like, say, a key command in something like Logic. All right, so now if we stop interacting with this,
table. Restore defaults button.
VO right, you have restore default. If you want to undo everything you just did, you can VO space on restore default. But if you're happy with what you just did, VO right.
Done button.
And you have your done button.
Keyboard shortcuts button. Closing dialog. Keyboard shortcuts button.
And now we're back in keyboard shortcuts. And if I hit Command Q,
Finder, desktop,
I will quit system preferences and I'm back in Finder on my desktop. So that is some key commands that can kind of get a little annoying more than anything else. That we as VoiceOver users can't really take advantage of. So I generally tend to disable them on new computers. So give that a try. And then as I just showed you in there, you can also assign key commands or you can reassign key commands as well. So that is something worth exploring as you get more comfortable with the Mac. You can assign key commands for stuff that doesn't have any or create your own. So now I can press Control Option Shift Command / and that will turn on Do Not Disturb. The reason I made that such a big key command is because these are global key commands. So you don't want to use something that might be a key command in another application, like say Logic, for example. So that is a big reason why I set it to something like that. And now that control up and down are no longer being used by the system, you might be able to say map control up and down and do something in Logic that you couldn't do before, because every time you hit control up and down, it would bring up mission control or expose. Thank you for checking out this tutorial. Hope you found that useful and helpful. If you got any tips you'd love to share with the community, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe both to the YouTube channel and to the email list found at logic.band. That way you can get a free Getting Started with Logic course, and I can let you know when the Logic Keyboard Ninja key commands have been updated and keep you in the loop on everything going on at logic.band. Want to go deeper on this topic or anything relating to macOS, VoiceOver, Logic, or GarageBand? Then book yourself some one-on-one training by visiting logic.band/training. Want to support us? Then visit logic.band/support, where you can make a one-time or ongoing donation. You can also join the band by visiting logic.band/member, or just hit the join button if you're watching this on YouTube. And you'll get bonus tutorials, a Q&A with me, and more. Links to everything, plus a blog post with supplemental information for this tutorial is in the description. And as always, happy recording.